what are the 5 mindsets and why does RSD's 50 fucking mindsets does not matter. The first mindset is how coachable you are, how teachable. The second mindset is how changeable you are, or how adaptable. The third mindset is how much skills you have. The fourth mindset is your belief. How much do you believe in yourself? And the fifth mindset is your manifestation, your thoughts and your feelings. So I'm going to share with you 5 mindsets and why you don't need 50 mindsets and how this can get you laid in Daygame a lot faster. Even if you think it is all about height or looks or race. But the mindsets is what's getting my students laid faster because they're no longer handbraking the results. That means they're releasing the handbrake and no longer resisting. So the very first mindset is how teachable you are, how coachable you are. Because if you're not teachable or coachable, I have to repeat the instructions on Skype over and over again because your zombie fucking brain does not get it because of your corpus callosum issues. And that is very much like not using the gas pedal properly. You won't go forward in life if you don't use the gas pedal properly. That's the problem why you can't go anywhere, because your mind is completely gaslighted by other dating coaches with their bullshit fucking theories because they have less than 6 lay testimonials for their Daygame courses. Therefore, they have a worthless opinion and you listen to all that junk. So you become a person who's like, I know that. Anyone who knows that thinks they really are know-it-alls knows it none. They always fail in Daygame. And not just Daygame, they fail in every area of their fucking life. They're low-functioning zombies. The second mindset is how adaptable and changeable you are. It is evolutionary psychology, because it is not the strongest species that survives or the fastest. It is the one that's the most adaptable to change, which is not you. That means you will not get results if you're not teachable in terms of the gas pedal moving forward. And you're not changeable if you don't have the brakes. If you don't have these components, if you're not teachable and stuff does not go inside your zombie brain, you know, your small brain, then how the fuck are you going to be changeable? Third mindset is called skills, or what I call the skill index. You go from unconscious incompetence, not knowing how fucked up you are, because you don't know what you don't know, into conscious incompetence. Finally realizing through your Skype when you get Elite 30 or the Elite Bundle, then you realize, oh shit, I'm making these mistakes. Only when you know it, you can change it. Then you go to conscious competence, which means you do it correctly enough times, it becomes more automatic. You're still making mistakes, but you're doing it correctly more of the time. And when you do that enough times, getting corrected, then you go to unconscious competence, where everything becomes natural, second nature, and you can do it anytime you want. Just like me, when I do martial arts or Krav Maga, it's completely automatic. I don't know I'm doing it at all. It just happens because it's been drilled down. I'll be honest with you. If you're an RSD victim, you're spam approaching, and you think you're socializing, you can't just give validation and go direct all the time for social skills. That's not social skills. I'm very against validating nonstop. That can never count as social skills. The point is that if you don't practice in the mirror, Elite 30, you're going to go out there, spam approach, you're reinforcing bad habits. You're turning your habits into conscious incompetence. You're basically reinforcing bad habits and you're strengthening those neural pathways. So the fourth mindset is your belief. You must believe in yourself that you can do it. You see, that's the problem, because for those who have lower SMV or sexual market value. It's really hard for you to believe in yourself because you're gonna blame an insecurity. None of your insecurities are true as long as you're over 20 out of 35. It's an automatic lay. This is not a theory. There's over 500 LAPO testimonials backing this science up for RSD victims because they have corpus callosum issues. They sort of fuck up their own mind with bad habits. The same zombie steps. They can't do 3 steps. So when they start believing in themselves at first, they believe they have a lot of potential. And over time, this bad results will fuck up your belief system. And then your potential lowers. You go in a downward spiral. The 5th mindset is called manifestation. Is your thoughts and your feelings. To really understand this manifestation concept, it's very simple. Everything in the world is made out of energy. It is almost like a simulation, so to speak. When you look at every object, none of it's really touching together. They're like electrons floating apart, so therefore, energy can pass through things. You see, even your thoughts are electric chemicals. Your thoughts and feelings are fucked if you're autistic. You get emotional, you get triggered. Your thoughts are always a zombie echo chamber of bullshit delusional thoughts. And the wrong steps, the wrong path, the sociopath, which blows up in your face in 4 months when you try to do it your way. When you do it your way, it's like a universal chef in this simulation. He gives you the meal of what you deserve. So for example, if you act like a fucking zombie, he basically makes you burnt food. And you're like, wait a minute, I didn't ask for burnt food. And a universal chef says to you, guess what? I looked at your thoughts and I look at your feelings, your manifestation of energy, your lack of belief in yourself. This is exactly what you deserve. You asked with your thoughts and feelings what kind of food you want. And the metaphor for food is your dating life. So now that you know, your thoughts and feelings can cock block your results when you're an autistic RSD victim. Now you can see how this cock blocks your life. If you're an RSD victim with corpus callosum issues, autism, getting triggered, overstimulated, and having low functioning behavior, I know what you're thinking. Wait a minute, isn't that all RSDs? 50 inner game concepts. The answer is no. It is more about mindsets than inner game. The 5 mindsets, which solves all of your day game problems. If you finally submitted and stop ego tripping and you are teachable and you submit and say, John, teach me. I'm no longer the general. I am the soldier. Metaphorically speaking, of course, then guess what happens? That's when the mindset finally goes up. The skill set gets built, your belief gets higher, your manifestation equals more lays. See you in the next video.